we're back. I mean, we've been back, but we haven't done much. So this is kind of a return to what we were doing kind of thing. So we have attended so far TorCon this year, and there's going to be some of us going to Anime North. And then August, some of us are going down to Otakon. So we will definitely be around and stuff. There's just big plans going everywhere. So as a kind of a welcome back thing, we got together and I asked a couple of the members, and I asked some of my cosplay friends what they think some of their cosplay do's and don'ts are. And here is the top 10 from what I got from each. On the do side, do get enough rest. If you know that you have to get up early to go to a convention, nobody wants to be grouchy and miserable after like doing so much work with your cosplay and stuff and getting it all together. It's good to try and stay up and finish it up a little, but try to plan accordingly, like plan your costume out so that doesn't happen, so you don't have to pull an all-nighter and then go all day to a con or all day to some kind of cosplay thing. It just doesn't work out. Try something new. Like, if you want to try a character that you don't think like that's your character type, see what kind of things you can do, you'll surprise yourself. So if it's like means getting into like a new kind of anime style or getting into manga, getting into gaming, try something new. You'll never know what you like. Be prepared for emergencies. This includes like if your costume has a rip or tear, it's good to have like a little sewing thing on the side. If you're at a con and you're running a little short on cash, make sure you bring like a little extra just in case. If something like comes up and like someone goes to the hospital or you're needed to go somewhere else, just make sure that you're flexible with your planning. Be aware of your surroundings. Now, cosplay is to like go out and show off your stuff and whatnot, but going to like a school or out to like Walmart or out in public places like a mall, you can and you have every right to, but just be aware that it could put you in danger. A girl got attacked for wearing a Grell costume to school. I truly believe in the ability to express yourself. Just be cautious because it's getting crazy out there now. Have patience. Some people are probably new to cosplay and they don't know much about what the rules are or whatnot, or people bring like smaller children to like conventions or around in like public areas. If you go out cosplaying like in a mall, there will be children around, so just try and be patient with people. Please be hygienic. Like if you're going out to like and you're wearing like this really big costume that'll make you sweat a lot, make sure you put on extra deodorant. Have deodorant on hand so that you can put it on like throughout the day. And if you don't think you have to shower anyways, because you're going to be wearing like wigs and costumes and makeup, and it'll just be better for everybody. Be accepting and try and have an open mind. You don't know what kind of struggles people are going through. Don't give in to like demands of egotistical people, but just try and see it from their side. Compliment hard work. Everyone may not have the best costume. If you can tell just by looking at it, a lot of work has been put into it. Don't be like a jerk about it and say like, oh, well, this is wrong and that's wrong. If you can see, and if they tell you, you know, they've worked months on this costume, at least acknowledge their hard work. If it's not the exact character, they put a lot of effort into it, and no one wants to have like all their hard work stomped on. Use a real binder to bind. A lot of people like sometimes will try to use tape or like ace bandages and stuff, or like 3 or 4 sports bras, and that's really, really bad for you. So if you can, get a binder. And the number one thing to do is have fun. I mean, what else would you be investing so much time, money, commitment, and all this other stuff into this hobby if you're not really going to get anything out of it but having fun? You do it with your friends to have fun, make new friends, you know, put yourself out there and be expressive. People just need to be reminded, you know, cosplay is all for fun, and there's too much emphasis now on being the best and having to do this and this and this to become the best, or cutting off people who will weigh you down. Never forget who you are and do it because you know it's fun for you. Now the don't side. This is a joke that my friend told me. Don't cosplay L. L is way like overdone, and like we see L like everywhere. Granted, Death Note is an amazing series, but try something a little more creative, I guess. Don't be unrealistic. Like, if you know you're going to a convention and it's going to be cold, you can wear your costume, but be prepared for the elements. Like, if it's, bring a jacket. You can go indoors and like take photos or something. Don't complain about the weather because no one has real control over it. Just plan for the weather. Don't do cosplay just to show off the sex appeal, I guess. If you have it, you're more than welcome to show it off. But if you're taking a character and completely changing the look to where like we don't even know who the character is, that's a bit much. And if that's all you really do is wear like a bra and panties, like almost, no one ever asks to be like stared at and stuff, but it's hard not to notice if that's all you're wearing. Don't overwork yourself to be perfect. We all want that perfection, especially if we work months on our thing. Just remember that this is all for fun. It's not life or death situation. Like I said, we're starting to lose sight of that. It can be perfect, but plan accordingly so that you don't overwhelm yourself like that. Don't be a cosplay bully. If you're jealous of someone, that doesn't give you the right to stomp on someone else's like dreams or whatnot. Like if they have a good costume and you're just gonna like bag on them because it was cheap or something, shut up and go home. Like nobody wants to deal with a person like that. If a person has like the character really good, don't try and bring them down because you're jealous because of something stupid. Don't judge people based on their race, their sexuality, or their weight. Granted, you should be aware of your body and stuff, but if you're going to be wearing like a bikini and you're a little overweight, people might say things to you. I wouldn't, because I'm all for expression. Just from what I've seen personally at cons, people will go after people like that, and it's a scary thing to see. It's just scary just to even think about it. And trying to put people down because they're not the right color, or, you know, they're a girl and they can't be flat-chested, or they're a guy and they don't have like double D's. If they're having fun with the character and if they can pull off the personality of the character and like the costume of the character, it shouldn't matter. Like, they're having fun, leave them alone. Go have fun somewhere else. Don't cosplay for popularity. If you're only doing it because it's making others happy and not yourself happy, that's not the route to go. You have to have fun with it in order to continue being happy with it. You can have like 5,000 subscribers or followers, but it won't mean jack shit if you're depressed or if you're not happy with, you know, doing this character or doing that character, but you have to do it because your fans demand it. It's not right. No touching other people's props, their wigs, their costume without first asking permission. That can get really ugly really fast. You could potentially, even if like you touch something like wrong, it could potentially break someone's prop that they worked really hard on. Or if you try to, like, you know, mess with their hair like that, it'll ruin their wig, you know, the spikes will fall out or the wig will get all fluffed up and it won't be the look that they wanted. And costumes sometimes will tear really easy, so don't touch people unless you have their permission, I guess. Don't be an elitist. If someone guesses like your character wrong because your character looks identical to another character, don't freak out on them because they got your character wrong. They acknowledge the hard work you put into it, and they may not have even have heard of the series that you're cosplaying from. Like, at least, you know, you're being acknowledged for all the work you've done. You can politely correct them, but being rude and being all snarky about it isn't gonna get you where you want to be, you know, and you're gonna piss off a lot of people by doing that. And don't be like all like egotistical. Don't get a big head because you know, you're the perfect cosplayer, because the perfect cosplayer doesn't really exist. Don't be a dick. It kind of follows the second one, but don't put people down. Don't try and say like, oh, noobs and they don't know stuff. They may not know now, or they may even know something you don't know. Just don't be a dick to people. Don't be rude. Be polite and courteous. And that was my top 10 do's and top 10 don'ts that I got from some of the members, and I got from some cosplay friends that I asked. So expect to see more videos. Hopefully in the future I will have more people with me. So hope you liked it, and if you would like to see more vlogs, like up and comment and tell me what kind of vlogs you would like to see, and I would be more than happy to do them. With other people, perhaps. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed it. Remember, always have fun and don't be a dick.